How is it today? Nice place. A nice place to live. We'll come back well, never. Well, we'll probably never see each other again after tonight. So, yeah, let's take it, huh? Well, it's been a great here tonight. We'll come back well, never. Well, we'll probably never see each other again after tonight. So, yeah, let's take it, huh? Say
was him that really got in touch with you.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. I mean, you know, it's like, I mean, he's like us in a way, you know, a lot of people get in touch with him wanting him to use their music. It's like a lot of people contacted us wanting to use our music in films and dance and all that.
Yeah.
But I've usually said no, you know, just sort of about class sort of thing that sort of appeals to them.
Yeah, I suppose in a way what he does in his line of business is the same as what you do in yours, isn't it?
I suppose so. Yeah, you know, I mean, to be quite honest, I think in a way he's a lot more, I don't know, I mean, I think in a way he takes a lot more chances than we do. You know, I mean, no, really, I mean, you know, it's not easy putting the ball out.
Oh no.
You know, it's,
No.
I mean, I always whine about how hard it is to look after 500 people in the band and all that, but
It's got a lot more to do than that.
I've got a lot more experience, and I've been doing it since I was a teenager. And yeah, I mean, yeah, and it's all costumes and all that shit. I mean, dealing with people and that. I mean, I find it unbearable to deal with most of them.
I was going to ask you about that.
They're a lot worse than not as people. They're not evil. It's just it's a lot
more difficult to work with.
So it's a lot more. It's done a bit of a class system in there, you know, and it's a lot of incompetence, you know, and wasted money. I think a bit of it might be because of the subsidies and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was something that one of my friends mentioned actually, that the costing involved in that sort of project was really enormous.
I think this is a great thing about it. I mean, I think I've got the opinion that Michael should be massive. I think he should be a lot bigger than the Chorley.
Yeah.
I mean, just like I think he's got a bit of a superstar aura about him. You know,
He has.
like if I walk down the street with it, you know, the little girls start screaming at him, they don't even fucking look at me. Fair enough, you know what I mean? It suits me. But it's probably very crudely, that's the way it is.
No, how do you actually see the event then? I mean, a lot of people in Scotland will understand it, but you couldn't really transfer it down south, could you?
Well, I might say, it's a long run though, we do about 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So how do you actually perceive it, and how do you look at the I Am Curious Orange? How do you see it then?
I just saw it as something very stimulating for me. We had a meeting about it, about February, March. And he said he had this thing going, and it was the first time he, you know, could actually afford to have a band on as well, and shit, you know. So he said the Dutch were financing it and all that, and it was part of this celebration, so I said, well, it'd be good crack to do it, you know, we'll even sort of cooked it up together, you know.
Because I mean, in Scotland, it's a definite subject.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I mean, Scottish people are very open like that. Though. I mean, I'm not patronising here because I mean they are, you know, everybody you meet on the streets, they know all about it.
Yeah, that's the whole.
They're all very interested in it. You know, I mean, I a couple of weeks ago, I was saying to Michael, you know, you better watch what you say and shit. You know, not because I'm frightened or anything. I'm just saying, you know, it's quite serious. I mean, like Michael knows virtually zero about soccer, for instance. Whereas we're all experts.
That's right.
You know,
that's the
and I'm saying, you know, you don't just fucking fool around with Celtic strips and things like that. But he was, and he, you know, you sort of listened to him a bit, but and I think people have taken it well, touch wood, you know.
Yeah, well, so far, I mean, we saw it last night, you know, and I'm Scottish, obviously. My mates are Mancunian, and they didn't understand that they were there to see you. They didn't see anything of it, you know. They didn't know.
Well, this is what started me off being interested in it. He said, like, who got the money from the Dutch for their tricentenary thingamajig. So I said, well, let's make it round then. I said, you know, it was almost like a joke, you know. You know, like I said, like, remember Luciano, like, because I wrote something to that, and I said, you know, that's about the Pope, so why don't we do something about the big leader of Pride? And it's very interesting because you told virtually nothing about it in England at school, which is what you're saying about your mates, really. So it was all very interesting. And the interesting thing for me was I was on tour. I was writing songs that were going to tour in America, Germany, and shit like this.
Yeah.
So of course there's no reference books in that. And I mean, I know a lot about history, but I'm not that sort of clear on that period. You know, I mean, I know a lot about the English Civil War. I know a lot about after that.
Yeah.
But it's a very vague period for English people, and I don't know why. So I thought it's curious, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he sort of was finding out, and it was all very interesting because he did a lot more research than I did. Whereas I was just writing songs, I was saying what was he like, you know, and Mike goes, oh, he was a bit of a bastard. And I said, well, like, why don't we make out he brought VD to
Yeah.
you know, and why would you do all this? You know, like, and a lot of, and then Mike got me some books on it, you know. I mean, this is all gonna, I think the English are only gonna really learn about these.
Through this time, but
not through us, but I mean, they will, because they're going to celebrate it.
Yeah.
We're doing Sadler's, so.
I mean, the thing about it, I mean, I saw them on television the other night and they had there's only one King Billy, and that's McNeil. You know, I mean, that's really dodgy.
Who said that?
It had a t-shirt on, Michael had a t-shirt
Yeah,
on.
no.
You know, that's really pushing it a bit here. Has there been no attack at all? I don't know physically.
I don't know, I mean, you know, because I mean, you know, we don't really, that was just like the grounding point to start off with, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, I write a lot of songs like that, and I've sort of been going towards that area anyway. About 85, 86, I sort of noticed in my own work I was getting a bit objective. And, subjective. In my lyrics, you know, they're all about me and that and this and that. So I thought, well, I never actually wanted to do that, and I was sort of slipping. I don't know if you're familiar with our LPs and that, but like Ben Sinister and stuff like that. I thought it was a good LP, you know. I thought, listening back to it a bit later, I thought, well, it's very subjective, this, you know. So on the last album, on the Friends Experiment, I tried to get some kind of reportage going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some kind of objective lyrics. So this thing is ideal for me. You know, I'm trying to write songs from the viewpoint of William Welling, from the viewpoint of somebody, you know. So that, to me, things like that actually stimulate my work. I don't. Yeah, right. Interview with the gentleman.
So do you see any future plans for the actual event then, the play ballet, what you call it itself? Will you take it anywhere else?
I don't know, I mean the French are after it, apparently.
The French?
Yeah.
I mean, why would that be anyway?
It's funny, you know, like we were doing on the European touch, and that was quite interesting. Clark and us, very, you know, they always tend to look at the fall as, on the continent, in America they tend to look at it more as an artistic thing anyway.
Yeah.
Which I find a different slant in music, but so they're quite into this collaboration.
Yeah, but going on from that, who do you think the audience are here to see?
It's a good part, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, we were sitting last night and it was the four of us, and I was saying, really didn't look that enough audience were passionate for Michael Clark.
I expected this.
There were a few people there for the fall, obviously. I don't know if you...
Well, apparently the first couple of days ticket sales were mostly full fun. I think he's tapered off about, I'd say Wednesday. I can remember going out on Wednesday and we were very, very good, but the first 5 rows were just like middle-aged people who just killed them, which I think is great. I mean, they were just like people who want to see ballet, you know.
Yeah, there's a guy last night that said I thought the costumes were brilliant, dancing was amazing, he hated the music.
Right, of course, I'm quite used to that with the fall. I used to go and watch Michael when he used to use tapes of ours, he'd use quite very harsh stuff of ours, you know, really harsh stuff.
I saw him using I don't know if he got it in England, he got Hail the New Puritan.
That's what I mean, that's some real crazy live songs. Yeah,
it was really interesting,
sure,
you know, for anybody that would imagine it really interesting. And there was another programme on as well, another full connection, but that was shooting as well in that case, and that was using their music, but it was taped, it wasn't. You know.
Live, yeah.
Okay, that was, so you can see it being more than just this festival, you can see it going on again.
I don't know, I don't tend to look at it too much. No, not really.
I was actually going to ask you.
I thought this is good. I mean, we played, we sort of worked hard the first 4 or 5 months this year. You know. Just to me, it's like it's not a distraction, right? I'm not taking it lightly, seriously. And you know, I see it more of a stimulant, really.
Yeah.
You know, change. I mean, the lads are enjoying it. You know, the lads have never done anything like this. You know, like stayed in the city for like 6 days. I mean, we've never played for 8, 9 years, and they've never even, you know.
Yeah.
I've never been in Edinburgh for more than 2 or 3 days. You know.
They were saying last night it was completely different. We spoke to a couple of them last night. They said it was very different.
What, for them?
Yeah, but from what they normally do.
I don't know.
It must be really interesting to be.
The other thing is you've got to keep them on the toes. break. So what we call a residency.
So moving away from what you're doing here, the new record label.
Yeah.
Called Sinister.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me something about that?
Yeah, well, I just started it up because the whole fall stuff reverted to me. And we've got Andrew Berry on the label at the moment, which is pretty good. I'm quite pleased with the way he's just working out my junior people. What to do with it, I don't know yet. But and then, I just released this compilation, which was just like mad stuff that hadn't been released when we started. At the time, we sort of started, and sort of new stuff that sort of interests me.
Things, wasn't it?
Yeah, and all sorts, so it's going alright. I mean, it's sort of paying its way. Obviously, I haven't got the time to do it. I'm way up a lot.
Yeah, and what I read. Something on you go.
No, I mean, I don't want to take a lot on. I mean, one of the policies in the label is I don't deal with groups.
Right.
I do, or if I do, I just do one person.
Going on from that, I've read there's some sort of super group. Is this just a hype, or is this?
No, it's the truth.
And you're not going to elaborate on exactly what that is.
I can't say it is.
But it is genuine.
Oh, for sure.
Big names.
Yeah.
People all know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to know or not? It just sort of appeals to me. There is it, Well, if one thing's Coxon is up against a lot, obviously.
Yeah,
their leader and label founder has always been, but this is one advantage it's got going for it is the credibility. Scalp. And it's a lot of pop stars when the sales start going down, they always say, well, I'd really like to be more like the Fall. There's hundreds of them, It's like, you get these guys from all these fucking groups who want to produce us and things like that, and it's like, wow, fucking dick, I won't even go near him,
You've never been a production group before, really, have they? Never been, Lecky's a producer, obviously, but never been into heavy production, have you? Never really indulged in the studio effects and things like that, have you done?
Not really. I think the Fall is brilliant live, and I think that's what I've always tried to recreate. To me, a lot of it is just what I call black propaganda, I mean, if you get John, not what John Leckie did or Simon Rogers or anybody, but it's, they don't do anything I don't say, they don't do anything I don't like. It seems to be a lot of groups, which that seems to be what a producer should be. A producer should be there as an objective voice. Unless he's a genius like Phil Spector or something, but I don't see anything in it. I never have, but for the sake of bullshit, people go, every LP we bring up is that they go, every hack goes, this is the most accessible work the Fall have released to date, I don't want it, isn't, some albums are more accessible than others. But I'm not going to say, I'm not going to deny it, because it's just like, people like read Q and that, they like to read things like that. They like to think they're taking a bit of a chance, and it might not be as hard to understand as the Fall were 4 years ago.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I've got most of the I don't have the last few, I must admit, but like Hex, I found incredibly difficult to listen to.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, isn't it? I'm not ashamed of it. Then I remember doing Hex, and the Hex was like, I thought it was the last LP we were ever going to make. I was fucking totally fed up with all the old business. Thought, well, go out with a bang.
And how do you feel now then, about the whole business?
Surprised.
That you've lasted, is that the whole idea?
Yeah, well, most people.
I read things about, like groups have continued like the order. Obviously they've gone through a change, but the Fall don't seem to be mentioned in those paragraphs. People don't seem to say, the Fall still been going for so long, to now. But why have you lasted? And you haven't.
Well, the reason they don't say that, is that I just give boring replies to questions like that. I can't really say it. All I can say is I never planned it, and I think that's ironically one of the reasons why we are still going.
Yeah, but what I mean is that you haven't done shit. You haven't ended up like the damned.
Well, of course, yeah. But because I saw that a lot of time. Remember, people forget. when you know people go, we sort of survivors from punk and all that. When punk was all that, well, we used to get bottled and everything when we were on at punk gigs because we used to play slow songs and shit like that. People forget what the time was, you know. They forget. They rewrite history in their minds a lot of people.
So you didn't really see yourselves in the same vein as
Did we fucking know? I mean, we used to play with the drones and that, and you know, they'd be going on in Brits, Union Jacks and things, and we would just be laughing at them, really. I mean, we would always apart, which is, and people used to laugh at the way we dressed and things, but I used to say, well, at least we're not going to look dated in 2 years. You know, I mean, it's...
So you completely although you were at the same time, you disassociated yourself from the whole...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, now it looks like we're one of the few survivors, you know, but in fact we were quite separate from that scene too. And all the scenes, I mean, especially 81, 82, like talking about Hex, I mean, if you remember, all the rage was like being cocktail bands, you know, type of jazzy sort of crap that never took off. Do you know what I mean? People forget all this, you know what I mean? I mean, we were wrote off, you know, like in 81, we was like, God, this is rubbish Manchester band, what we give up, you know. And people sort of realised year after year that we are, you know, we're not shit or something, but and I'm proud of it. But you know, it's you know, how much self-publicity you want to do, really? I don't really want to go around boasting about it. You know what I'm saying?
I've noticed that about you. You're not trying to say we're really good. I've noticed that a few times. You know, you just tell it like it is. You're good. I mean, actually, you're not ashamed of the fact.
What?
You know, I'm saying that you're not ashamed of the fact that you're good and you don't.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't, you know. And it's not false modesty, it's not the other opposite either, it's just, we are.
Yeah.
And, I mean, see, I've always been of the attitude, I've never really bothered if people liked us or not. I mean, I'm straight up about that, and it makes a big difference, you know. So, I mean, I remember when we had fucking nothing, we used to be on the front cover of the Sounds when we started all this, but we had fucking nothing to bleed in, you know. I mean, like, when we got done by the National Insurance and all that, they used to go, well, how much wage have you been on? They say £10, and they go, well, that's less than the dole, you know, you're lying for things. I'm saying, no, it's the truth. You should pay ourselves less than the dole. I mean, that's what we were like for a year or two, you know. Yeah. But that's just the way I am, you know. I'm not going to apologise for it, you know.
So how long?
It pisses me off when a lot of bands, you get a lot of bands saying, oh, they're all, you know, well, you know, like they've had the time and all this. These bands are usually struggling to sort of replicate the form of 4 or 5 years ago. That really gets on my craw. Sonic Youth and that, like, talking about us, I mean, it's insulting, you know. Been blatantly imitating us for about 7, 8 years. Sonic Youth have been going as long as we have. And they've been trying to beat us for like 7 years. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. But when they turn around just because they don't get a fucking haircut, you know, they think they're fucking artists, you know what I mean? So we're kind of students. No, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but when people go, oh, I mean, Sonic Youth, I'm not used to the 4 anymore, because 4 have been in the top 40, and I feel like saying, well, you fucking try and, you know, support 6 people over 8 or 9 years, you know.
He said getting on his hobby hard.
Okay, my friend, can we round that up now?
Yeah, no problem. Can I just ask you lastly, you're saying, you know, you're getting fed up with it. How long do you actually see it?
Getting fed up with it.
You were saying, you know, back 81, around the time of Hex.
Oh, yeah. That's because we broke.
So now that you're not broke, now that you're doing well.
Oh, well, yeah, we're doing alright.
You can see it going for how long?
I don't know, as I say, I mean, people just probably, it's going to become a cliche with me, this, but I mean, I really don't think about it, and I think that's probably why we're good. You know, I don't have any 5-year plans that leave the group redundant in the end, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which is, I think, where a lot of groups go wrong. You never know. It could all be over tomorrow. I mean, touch wood it won't be, but you never know, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can wake up tomorrow and I mean, if Steve Hanley went tomorrow, if Steve Hanley just turned around to me and said, I'm leaving the band, I'd be serious and worried. You know what I mean?
Because although the lineups have changed, members have remained constant, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, Steve to me, he's taken up, you know, he's as important as me. Even though Steve's been in, he was out of the band for about 6 months. Yeah. I mean, you know, but I mean, and we carried on all right. But I mean, things like, you know, Steve might just wake up to and say, I don't know. I'd respect his decision for that, you know, because he's cool, you know, he's stuck with me years. You know.
You've got Marcia now. How did she come along? How did you get?
Well, Bricks knew her from New York, vaguely, and I sort of Funnily enough, her ex-husband was from Manchester. And they used to have a band called Khmer Rouge, which was sort of quite interesting. And they used to play with us now and again, so when we need the keyboard player, I mean, we saw Marshall a few times, you know.
Right, of course.
After and then I said, well, you know, I think Simon should be Chile Park, you know. And we said, what about Marshall? And then I thought, yeah, because, you know, once you get over the way Marshall looks, which I think is a shame, really. I mean, it's not a shame, I mean, she looks great, but she's a fantastic keyboard player, you know, she's actually brilliant, I mean, for her age and everything.
She forget the fact that she's nice looking.
Yeah, for a 25-year-old girl, she's actually brilliant at the keyboards. I've played with a lot of keyboard players, excuse me, and they are actually, you know, she's great. We're technically everything. Without being a muso, and you know, and she's got taste and everything. It's like, it's great. I mean, I've always been pretty lucky like that with group members, so virtually. I mean, Steve and Craig were the roadies of the band when we started in '79. You know, we've been dead lucky. I've never had hell or auditions or all that.
You just know people there, so.
Sort of fall in, yeah.
What actually happened to Carol Brothers?
Yeah, it's a living there. You formed this group called Thirst with Martin Brahma, if you don't remember him. He was in Blue Orchids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that's about last year, isn't it?
Yeah.
And his girlfriend is sort of like a bit of a brick to the tire, which sort of didn't go down too well with Manchester audience. But he's got a son now. Him and his wife had a baby. It's funny because he lives close to me than he ever did when he was in the band, and I don't see him. I don't know what is it to.
I'll finish off after this. There's been a lot of comment recently about how Factory Records have brought back out Joy Division stuff. Really harsh, really nasty things said about that. How do you feel about that then? I mean, I
don't understand it. I mean, I'm totally not into Joy Division. I never was. I mean, I appreciate what they were doing. I thought they were professional, and I know all the lads, and I knew Ian as well. I mean, and I think they're great fucking bunch of lads. But I actually prefer New Order. I don't know why. I mean, you wouldn't think so. And,
I actually do.
I do. I think they're much more interesting and much more exciting. I never liked the way. I never liked the way Joy Division sounded. I think it's production. I never liked it. Never liked that sort of Doors thing, because I'm into the Doors. It always sounded to me like great Doors, yeah. But it's also it's quite rock and rolly with a lot of. It's very standard. You know, loads of effects on the guitars and everything. Yeah, and I never liked it, and I thought New Order were quite, you know, surprising. But I mean, I don't see why everybody's like Patrick. I mean, I really don't. I
mean, there's some
you either buy it or you don't.
Yeah, it's like they're saying they're living off the coast, that sort of thing. That's what they were saying.
I said that 7 years ago, but...
Yeah, well, I heard that last night. So that is the factor that you're talking about there in a way.
Yeah, but
you must
I don't know, I mean, they must... I don't know, I mean, I think, you know, they've probably been minor to release that stuff. You see, I mean, you go to fashion, I mean, they're so bone idle and everything. I mean, I don't, you know, I think they must have been assaulted by somebody to release that, because, I mean, it's not the sort of thing they do, they're not exploiting it. No. But I don't know. You see, although I know all the people who are at Thatcher, we've always been very careful to keep away from that scene. And the people who are into it, I don't understand them. I could never relate to them. They're what I call South Manchester to me. It's all very Manchester uni sort of. Yeah, and it's like a sort of semi-religion. I don't like it. And like, you know, you read these things like they're going to fucking out over some kind of real issue. I mean, every band does it. People can't buy your old stuff. I mean. You get I was like, you get sick of getting letters where kids are buying singles for 30 quid. You think it's disgraceful. Nobody's making money out of it except you, and the kids aren't getting what they want. So I mean,
actually, I got fallen a hole recently. It was definitely it's good.
Yeah, well, sure. I mean, if you want it, you pay it. I mean, if you don't, you don't. But I mean, like, when it gets mounts and mounts up, which is probably the case. They've got a lot more fans than us, and you know, it's probably loads of kids, and you know, this slimy sort of guys in second-hand shops, and they're fucking ripping them off. So, I mean, that is the sort of thing, knowing New Order, and the way them lads are, that's the sort of thing that would piss them off. I mean, they're not you know, they don't love the fans or anything, but it's the sort of thing that will
So it's quite valid for you to bring out to re-release the singles and
my justification for that is, you know, I always thought the Ford were crucial in the early days. I mean, the singles I really do. Go around it up there, Cox, I've really got to get